Hello everyone. Today's topic for the subject computer hardware and GSM repairs is identification of GSM components. Take a look at the mobile phone you are seeing on the screen, or let's say picture the phone that your parents use, and if you have a phone of yours, so look at it and see if that phone does not have a screen. How would you be able to see what the phone is trying to display? Okay, let's say the battery of the phone is being removed. Then how would the phone be able to switch on? So this shows the importance of each part of a phone, which implies that some parts of a phone cannot be afforded to be missing. So many of the important parts of phone is what we are trying to talk about today. Just like every human being has different parts that work together. So our mobile phone also have different parts that work together to make a phone function well. And today, we will learn to identify the most important parts of a mobile phone. So, what are GSM components? GSM components are the different physical parts that make up a mobile phone. So, the different physical parts which we talked about in one of our lessons are called hardwares. So, but this hardware is a general term for all these components. But when you say component, you are lowering it down or narrowing it down to some particular individual hardware. So we have different parts of hardware that come together to make a mobile phone work. So all those different parts are called components. So each of these different parts has a job that they do. So we have different components in which we are going to mention later, in which we are going to explain later. But to mention a few, we have different components in the phone, like the screen, like the battery, and all other components that make up a phone, that makes a phone work. So GSM components are the different physical parts that make a mobile phone work. So each component has a special job. They have their own special function that each of those components perform. And when all these components comes together, they make a phone function and operational. Types of GSM components. Number one here is screen or display. Remember when we first started in this class, I asked you to picture if your phone does not have a screen, then how would you be able to see what the phone is trying to present to you, the information the phone is trying to present to you? How would you be able to see it? Because the screen here is the part of the phone that displays pictures, words, videos, and application. So if you do not have a screen, how would you be able to see the words that the phone is displaying? How would you be able to see the pictures, the images, and applications like your phone, like your Facebook, your WhatsApp, your what do you call it, YouTube, and every other thing? So it will be very, very much impossible to be able to see them without a screen. And what are the functions of a screen? So the screen helps us display information like the written words, messages, numbers, and all other things. So it shows videos and images. So we watch movies, we could see our pictures, and we selfies and everything like that through our screen. and it allows touch interaction on touch phones. So if you have a device that could operate a touch screen, you will be able to interact with the phone using your finger to be able to make an input into the phone by touching the screen. And number two, we have keypad. So it is very important to note that not every phone has the same keypad. So phones have different keypads, like your feature phone, which is usually called a small phone. Those are the phones with physical buttons. So like your Nokia 3310, and you have your smartphones, which are usually your Android or iOS phones rather. So your Android, which are the Samsung, Huawei, Vivo, Oppo, and all other phones, and your iOS phones, which are the your iPhones. So those are what we call smartphones. So for your feature phones, those phones use physical keypad, or you call them keypad. So those keypad are the ones that we can type on physically, and the touch screen keypad are those ones that appear on the screen whenever you on your phone. So it's not physical that you can touch them. So and for the physical keypad, there are those ones that even when your phone is not on, you can see them and you can actually touch them. So and functions of this keypad, we use them to type messages, we use them to dial numbers and make phone calls, and we use them to enter commands or instructions. So those are the functions of these of keypads. The number three we have on our list is the battery. The battery supplies electrical power to the phone. So the battery helps us power our phone. It helps us supply electricity to our phone. So without the battery or any other power source, the phone will not be operational. So you can't operate your phone without any power source. So the phone is as good as it's just good for nothing. So it will just be there. You won't be able to operate any of its features, even if the features is the best in the market. Even if it has the best camera, if it has the best screen or anything. So no matter what best it is in any of its components are. So if it has no battery, then you can't operate it or any other power source. So battery is very one of the most important part of a mobile phone or a mobile device. So and we have the types of battery we have are removable batteries and built-in batteries. So the removable batteries are those ones that you can actually remove whenever you open the back of your phone, and we have those ones that is built in, that it is being attached to the phone, or it is being attached to the motherboard of the phone. So we are still going to come to the motherboard. I'm going to explain that also. So when it's being attached to a mechanism or the main mechanism in the phone, so you can't detach it, or it will be very difficult to detach it unless you want to change it. So it's not something you can just remove and put back. No. So but the one that you can remove and put back are those removable batteries in your feature phone and on some smartphones. And the fourth on the list is SIM card. So the SIM means subscriber identity module. So the SIM helps the phone connect to a mobile network, which enables the phone to make calls, send messages, and use mobile data to be able to browse. So the example of your SIM is the MTN SIM, Airtel, or whatever SIM, Glow, and every other SIM. So this okay, let's say MTN, Airtel, and Glow are network providers. So if you want to subscribe to any of their networks, you have to use a SIM card. So their SIM card that you put on your phone will enable you to be able to connect to their network. So when you connect to their network through their SIM card, then you'll be able to make calls, send messages, and use mobile data to browse the internet. And now the number 5 on our list on types of GSM components is circuit board, or we can call it motherboard. Each one of them actually goes circuit board or motherboard. So the circuit board or motherboard is like the heart and nervous system of a phone. So because it connects almost every important part of a mobile phone to itself. Like your screen is being connected to the motherboard or the circuit board, like your earpiece, the screen, the earpiece, even the battery. The battery has a connector directly from the motherboard, that even if your battery is removable, when the connector is directly on the motherboard, that whenever you put in your battery, there are some pins that are sticking out from the motherboard that would actually connect with your battery. So most of the important parts of your mobile phone are actually connected to the motherboard. So it lets the motherboard actually let power to reach all these components and serve as a nervous system that carries messages and instructions to all these components for all of them to be able to work properly. And now you did be wondering that how do all these components coordinate themselves? How do they work together? Yeah, I did be wondering also if I were you. So all these components actually work together. Take for example, whenever you are trying to send a message or whenever you are trying to make a phone call. So when you press the number on the keypad on the keypad, or you type a message on the touch screen keyboard, to be able to send a message or to be able to make a call to another end. So the circuit board processes the command whenever you finish typing, and the screen shows whatever you have typed, and it displays the processing the processing that the number that the number is going through, or it displays the process that the message you have sent is actually trying to deliver. And the SIM card connects to the network to be able to put your call through to the other end, or your message is trying to it will connect to the network. The SIM will connect to the network to be able to try and deliver it to the other end. All the SIM eventually connect to the other end of your phone call, or eventually sends the message after connecting to the network to the other end that you need the message to be delivered. Then the battery has been right there from the beginning, supplying the electric power to be able to for all what you have been doing from the beginning down to the end to be possible. So the battery has been there right from the start. So that is how the components work together to make things happen in your phone.